Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal. Today's April 12th, and I don't have an anniversary for today, so what I'm going to cover is Planned Parenthood seriously passing the buck. Let's give you a little bit of a background. Now, in the summer of 1992, Dr. Dehli Thweatt Jr. was preparing to perform an abortion on 32-year-old Kelly Morse. Kelly had indicated on her intake form that she was allergic to the cane medications, but Thweatt went ahead and administered lidocaine anyway, causing a reaction resulting in Kelly's death. Court documents in the resulting lawsuit indicate that the abortion clinic in question had advertised Thweatt as being a board-certified OBGYN, yet as the lawsuit put it, defendant Thweatt failed the OBGYN board certification examination not once, not twice, but on 3 consecutive attempts. Defendant Thweatt failed his board certificate examination after even a 4th attempt. So no, he was not board certified, but he was advertised as. So on April 20th of 1999, Thweatt and Hillcrest, the abortion clinic, settled out of court with Kelly's husband, but her 2 children, a boy and a girl, were left motherless. Now the Pennsylvania Medical Board, where the deadly abortion happened, and the Maryland Medical Board, where his base of operations was, neither showed any disciplinary actions against him. So is it any surprise that he continued? And is it any surprise that regardless of what he had done to Kelly, he was hired by a Planned Parenthood? He went to work at their main Baltimore location. So what happened there? On August 9th of 1996, Vicki Jackson went to the Baltimore Planned Parenthood for an abortion performed by Thweatt. Nobody bothered to do a pathology report on what was removed during the abortion. Thus, nobody told Vicki that the embryo had not been in her uterus at all. It was in her fallopian tube. She returned to Planned Parenthood on August 20th, complaining of severe pain and bleeding. Now, to their credit at this point, they had screwed up on the 9th. They had screwed up by not having a lab report done. They had screwed up by not calling her. But at least here, they didn't just reassure her and tell her to take some Tylenol and go home. They did refer her to a hospital. So there, she underwent surgery for a ruptured ectopic pregnancy. This woman could very well have died. But Planned Parenthood had a 2-pronged defense. One, Thweatt was an independent contractor, so they weren't responsible for what he did or didn't do when he was working at their facility, which sounds pretty lame to me. And, well, it wasn't their fault that the embryo wasn't in her uterus. Yeah, but it was your fault that you didn't notice. I once listened to mock trials being done by National Abortion Federation members at one of their risk management seminars, or it was a risk management seminar or a annual meeting, I forget which. But they had a jury of abortionists. Failure to diagnose an ectopic pregnancy, every single one said it was 100% the clinic's fault. There's no excuse for not diagnosing an ectopic pregnancy. But Planned Parenthood's like, oh, it's not our fault. We didn't put the fetus there. And Planned Parenthood didn't seem to learn much from getting sued. In February of 2013, they were smacked down after an inspection and told they needed to submit a plan of correction because of multiple deficiencies, including inadequately trained nursing staff, failure to train staff on protocols for transferring patients to a hospital, staff with no current CPR certification, and doctors discharging patients without documenting a proper discharge diagnosis. And they got smacked down again in 2018 for failure to dispose of expired medications, using the same syringe and vial to draw medications for multiple patients, and failure to dispose of expired sterile single-use equipment. So, again, when they're talking about possibly defunding Planned Parenthood, they hired this guy after what he did to Kelly. I don't think that speaks well of them at all.